So I know I just moved into my A5 planner a couple of weeks ago, and I told you I don't know if I'll be staying in that planner or not, and I did decide to move back into a personal planner because it was just too big for me and too heavy, and I did try carrying it around, lugging it around, and it wasn't working for me, so I have gone back into a personal size planner, into my Malden, which I'm not a huge fan of, the Malden. But then I found a used Moterm planner on one of the Facebook groups, and I have been looking to try one of the Moterms for a long time, but I didn't really want to commit and go through AliExpress and have to pay customs and duty and all the shipping and waiting for it. So I found one on the Facebook groups for 40 bucks, which I think is a pretty good deal, and I hope it's a good deal. It came, and I'm going to open it with you. And I'm really excited about this because it's my first non-Filofax and non-Mulberry planner. So let's see what we have here. Ooh. So this is the Moterm in, I think it's called Dusty Rose, in the personal size, and it looks pretty good. It's in good shape. I love the secretarial pockets. They're my favorite. And the nice fly leaf in leather and another secretarial pocket. That's great. And then also the back pocket. It's kind of flat, for lack of a better word. I kind of wish it was padded just a little bit, but it's floppy. I would say it's not as stiff as the Malden, but they're not too far apart from each other. The Malden really has that, this Malden anyways, has that kind of plasticky leather feel. I don't love this binder. This one feels really nice. I love the pebbled leather. Smells good too. I'm always a little bit worried when I buy a used planner if they're not going to smell like smoke, because I've had a couple of those and there's no way to get the cigarette smell out of them. So this smells great though. So what I'm going to do today is move out of my Malden into my new Moterm. Really excited about it, and thought maybe you'd like to accompany me today. I'll also be changing out some of my inserts. For example, I showed you a couple videos ago how I use my annual goal setting sheet or goal planning sheet. And I had changed this up a little bit so that I have the half year on the side, the quarters, third and fourth quarter in this case, on this side, and then the monthly breakdown here. And it's a great insert, but it's not how my brain works. So I'm going back to my old style inserts, which are also in my shop. And I've started doing it, but as you can see, we have the half year at the bottom, then we move into the quarters in the middle, and then the separate months for the half year up here. My brain just works in a vertical and not in the horizontal, so this works better for me. So I'm just going to be transferring over the sheet that I did a couple of weeks ago and move it onto this sheet. So I'll just fast forward through that because nobody wants to watch that. Okay, so we've got that out of the way, and now I'm just going to basically transfer everything over from this planner into, ooh, the rings are tight, hard to open, but they're screwed in, so should be able to change them out for better rings if I need to. All right, all I'm going to do is transfer over these things. Like, I love these year on one large fold out page. I use them in all my binders, whatever type, and I prefer the Filofax ones. I like the paper that they use to print them, and I just snip so that I can easily take them out without having to open the rings when I do my planning. I have this law of attraction roadmap. Has great information on how to set your goals and reach your goals. So I kind of like that, and I do refer back to it quite often. My weekly review, which is also snipped because I do take this out weekly when I am doing my weekly reviews. I use quite a few of these rulers as top tabs. So my weekly pages and my monthly pages are in there, using these as top tabs. This is my YouTube planner. I'll get into that in a little while. And then one of my important pieces right now, so I can get this out, my Christmas planner, also with a ruler as a top tab put into the weekly checklist. You can get these in my shop, and it's a 12-week holiday planner, so the checklists are already current. I'm working on them, and we'll get into that later as well. Another divider and some note paper. And the most important part, the drawings from my grandson. Okay, that was pretty easy. So I'm just going to transfer these over. I really like the pocket setup on this Moterm. And if it seems like I have a lot of planners, I actually do. I've been collecting planners for about 15 years, so I get a lot as presents, or I'm always kind of keeping my eye out on eBay and on some for sale ads and the Facebook groups, and sometimes I get really good deals on special planners, so I try to snap those up when I find them, because I do cycle through my planners. I love using them, and I switch them out all the time, and I'm really happy to have found this Moterm. So my yearly goals are in there. Now I have made 2 dashboards. I made myself a vision board for this year, for the next little while. And I'll be talking about this in my next video. Fear kills more dreams than failure ever will. And I'll be talking about high functioning anxiety in the planner community. So stay tuned for that. This one just needs to be hole punched. I just make these in Canva. Got some pictures on this one and my quote on this one. I think I'll put the quote first, then my pictures, and then I just download them as a PDF and print them off. Just make sure you, especially for the personal size, just make sure that you export them with crop marks. Then you'll see where you have to cut along the lines. Okay, cool. I really like the look of this planner right now. So for my weekly planning, I take a look at my overall goals for the year. I go back into my monthly overview and check what needs doing, what's on my to-do list. It's not very big this month, but I actually do have a lot going on. Just haven't written everything down on my monthly to-do list. So I'm looking through that and seeing what focus I've set for myself for this month and seeing if I'm actually still keeping up with it. And now I'm going to go back. And look at last week. And I had a really busy week last week, and so I didn't actually keep up too much with my planner. So I'm going through that right now, catching up. Let me see what I've done. Okay, so into this week, my focus is keeping momentum still. And my top 3 priorities this week. So I'm checking what's on my to-do list that I need to transfer over to this week. And I've realized I've taken these two tasks over for the last 3 weeks, so I have to prioritize them this week, and I'm going to put them on my list for tomorrow, my top three, because I do not want to transfer those over anymore. Some things you just drag your feet on, right? Okay. My habit tracker. And now what I'm doing is putting any dates that I have in here. Anything going on this week? Nothing special going on. And then I already have looked at my digital calendar, so I know a couple of things that I want to put into my appointments. That's what I have going on for this week. So I'm up to date with that. And now what I do want to do is check up on my Christmas planner. And like I said, I use these rulers. I like to use these rulers as top tabs. Let me put this one back in first. So going into my Christmas planner and looking what needs to be done, because we're, I think, 10 or 11 weeks out. It's not much longer anymore. That's a good one for this week. Have you figured out how you're spending the holidays? It's a good time to start thinking about when and where you're going to be doing what during the holidays, so you could book time off work if you need to. And that's what I'm going to do. And one thing that's on the list is to make an appointment for a car checkup in time for the season. For me, that means getting winter tires on my car, which I like to do mid to end of November. So I should make an appointment for that this week. And since I'm transferring this over, I use my arrows to let me know that I've transferred it, but it's not done yet. So that's it for the Christmas planner checklist for this week. I'm still good to go. What I did do was print out a few more gift planner and stocking planner pages because I didn't print enough when I printed out my planner. But it's really easy to just take those 2 pages and then multiple of 8. It'll give you 2 pages front and back, and it's pretty easy. So get those in. Okay. Man, these rings are tough to open. Ugh. So these are all gift idea pages. I'm just going to stick these in. Actually, take this one here. And stocking idea pages, and those go in here. So I'm actually going to put on my to-do list that I should be thinking about. I hate being last second with everything, and I always am, and every year I try to do it on time, and I'm going to put it on my to-do list this year, and I have the goal this year to be done with my present shopping by the end of November. So I am going to write down that I'm to fill out gift planners. All right, so that was my quick and dirty weekly planning on a Monday instead of a Sunday this week, and in a new binder, which is so exciting. And I kind of think this looks pretty good. I'm enjoying it, or I'm going to enjoy it. Throw this back in here. I think I'm going to actually enjoy this planner a lot. It looks really nice. It's a nice color. I was worried it would be kind of too pink, but it's more of a taupey, dusty rose. So not too girly, but still pretty nice, and I'm liking it. So I guess that's it for this week. If you'd like to see more videos like this, more plan with me's or planner setups, then please consider subscribing and maybe hitting the like button below. Thanks for coming along with me. I really appreciate you watching. Take care. Bye-bye.